How's it going, everyone? Good to see you on here. How's it going? How's it going? Just got done with another live stream actually for the Patreon group, and that one was a cozy live stream because we only had 14 people in there at one point. But I do those 4 times a month, and I like it a lot because I can answer everyone's questions. But it gets me like in the live stream mode where I want to talk with like more, where I just want to talk with more people. So I'm doing it on this channel. I don't think too many people know that we're live streaming now because we have a very small amount of people in here compared to normal. But I want to get to a couple different topics. Most likely, sometimes we get carried away, but uh, I thought it'd be fun, and I don't want to like clickbait you. I realized that when I started looking at the chat, that people people are wondering what ARK Invest is buying. Now, what I was talking about is just going through what they bought for today. Not necessarily that they bought anything new, that they have some stocks that they haven't bought before, but I'll go through kind of like their top buys for the day and some of their top sells and stuff like that. I thought that might be fun to do like on a more normal basis. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to like, I realized that after I saw that in the chat, I was like, oh, let's just talk about what they're buying for the day, not like something new. I don't think I'd do that in a live stream because I want to put like a bunch of research behind it. But yeah, we'll talk about what they're buying, talk about the market in general, just talk about the craziness that's happening. But I'll also answer some questions there towards the end too, because honestly, there's so much going on right now. So Pablo, you're welcome. He says, thanks for the free stocks on the Patreon. Thank you for getting those free stocks if you check out the link down below to WeBull. So let's take a look. So I use lucidtracking.com. Everyone always asks me. They have not added, ARK Invest has not added to their positions. They haven't added a new stock to their positions since January 11th. However, they show their aggregate buys, so whatever their top 20 stocks are for today. And the top stock of the day was Tesla stock with about $36 million that they've added in them. The next stock, $29 million is BMY. The next stock, 28.5. Teladoc, it's one that I hold. Another $500,000, TXG, not one that I've looked into. REGN, right around there, 26 million. Roku, they put 21.5 million in. And then it goes down the line. Some other ones of note are Square. They put 17 million. Palantir, they threw another 13 million in it. LMT, which is one they opened a position in. That's their last one that they opened a position in. They put another 12.5 million. So that's kind of a big buy. Baidu or BIDU, they put some more money in that one. Pretty big too. They put in a lot of money into that one. Now, the top ones removed. This is interesting. PACB is second on here. So they withdrew about 3.2 million from PACB. I'm curious why they're withdrawing so much from PACB. You guys let me know, what are your thoughts on that? Because I've heard, and I try to cover this in my BNGO video, some people think that they're selling PACB because they're trying to get up cash for BNGO. I don't think that's necessarily the case because they get so much more money in there, unless they're considering the fact that maybe PACB isn't the best way to go. Maybe they're worried about the competition. CSPH stock involved with the Mars rover. Yeah, I saw a inside video on it. Could be interesting. It moved up a lot. LT is a space stock now. Interesting. Let's pull that one up. So the space stocks in general have just been blowing because of ARK's new ETF that they announced. Lockheed Martin. Okay, I've heard of them, but I've not researched them very much. They're an aerospace defense arms security and advanced tech firm. So on the 1 year, they're actually down a decent amount. So they were at 440 a share. Now they're at 347. Yeah, so they saw a huge dip or a big dip, I should say, not huge, because a lot of companies saw a huge dip back in March of last year. And then since then, they recovered. They went up 41%, and then since then, they went back down 22%. So kind of weird that they were affected like that. Not too many companies were. Play stock or Play. I haven't looked at them in a while. BNGO. really interesting. I mean, I covered it multiple times today. I keep on waiting to see ARK Invest add that to one of their positions. I feel like institutions are buying, and I covered that in my video today because they had so many big orders compared to normal. And actually, that's something I want to check because they announced, or they showed that they were having a lot of big buyers earlier today. And just so you guys know, I'm just looking at my phone here. They showed that they had a ton of big buyers on BNGO today, and I'm curious how that ended up. If they really had a ton throughout the rest of the day too. So their major buys for the day, large scale orders. Okay, for some reason it's showing 700, 800. So it was at 1,500 when I checked last. I wonder if it's because it averages out the large scale sells versus the large scale buys. So it actually came down a little bit, which would make sense because it ended the day a little bit down from where I covered it last. But yeah, they had 457 incoming large scale orders apparently, or inflow orders that they show on WeBull. Okay, I missed a little bit here. Sorry, I have to scroll back up. Thanks so much for your dedication for Patreon and Discord. Definitely, I appreciate that. Yeah, Mike's giving me a rave review. I appreciate that. He says the cheap price to become a member is nothing compared to the gains every day. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. I think a lot of people are seeing that too. I mean, I talk about the Patreon a lot, but because I really like it and I really think it offers a lot of value. So any updates on CCIV? So it came out today, and this is something that I talked about on my Patreon. I just can't go back and forth with like the YouTube community as easily. They talked about how they might not even like close with Lucid. That's still far off. So we saw a drop today, but I'm still holding on to it. There's from what I remember, there was like one negative article and then a bunch of positive articles. So I don't know. I'm still gonna hold on to it, but I'm gonna keep my eyes open to see if they say no, we're not merging. I'll have to take it and see what's going on then. Thoughts on check? I don't know why it was up so much today. So penny stocks in general, like the 3 or 4 that I've talked about recently, a lot of them were up. And just to be clear on HAP, I don't know what HAP did, but I sold it pretty soon after I bought it because we went up like 10 or 20% or something, and I sold it up a little bit just because we made profit. It was getting towards the end of the day. I don't like holding them overnight if it's something really risky. So yeah. Go to sleep, you need it. I definitely do need it. I stayed up till like 2 or 3 a.m. last night and then woke up at 8 because I had live streams for my Patreon. So I will definitely have to get some sleep. I get a lot of sleep on the weekend. I sleep a ton. Thoughts on PIP or PIPP? I have not looked into that one as much as I should. I've seen some people reach out to me about it, but I get like literally I get 100 stocks thrown at me a day. I mean, I spent like an hour just responding to Discord comments and Patreon comments today, like an hour straight, and I wasn't taking a long time. It's just that I had over 100 messages. SPCE, I know. SPCE has gotten some good push recently. CPSH, yep. A lot of people talk about that one. They bought 12 million of Palantir today. Yeah, it was crazy. Do you sell SPCE? It depends if you like them long term. I mean, ARK Invest likes them long term. I'm holding mine just because there's so much upside, but it's a risky stock for sure. Any idea when to sell SENS? So I like this one long term, but of course, if it jumps a lot, it's going to take some reevaluation. This one seems like something though, and I wasn't trying to like hype it up. I did a video on it earlier if you didn't see. This one seems like something that could be like the next BNGO from what they're doing. And they actually have decent fundamentals, like in the fact that they grew revenue from just 750,000 up to 3.5 million, I want to say, in a quarter. And a lot of that's backed on a new partnership where they're working with one of the larger diabetes companies out there. So they're providing something that's non-invasive that I think could change the game a little bit and what people have to go through. All right. I'm still backed up in the chat a little bit, so I'll Tewo, appreciate the donation there. Thank you. So let me know if you have any questions on that, or any questions with that. Usually people throw out a question. Outside of the art question, I know you did a video on CLWD. Any thoughts on it still? Let me. So I sold half. I also sold. So I sold CLWD. I sold it when it was up 10% or 7% or something like that. Like I bought it and it went up. I wanted to sell out at 21 cents. So it was at like 15 cents, super speculative stock. I wanted to sell out when it hit 21. It went up to like 18 or 19 and I had some alerts set. So it told me when it came back down to 17. And by that point I was like, oh man, it's getting towards the end of the day. I sold it at 16, I think. So, I think it still could push up because it is so small. But I wasn't willing to hold it overnight because of that, just because I felt like it was a risky thing to do. And I'm trying to be clear, like when I'm just swing trading, because I believe I did say I was swing trading that one, but like circumstances always change. So I try to be clear when I'm holding long-term versus just swing trading. LMT was running up because of the possible war. Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Love the Nano Dimensions video. Nice. I'm glad. Check, what do I think is going to happen for tomorrow? It's so hard to tell on all of these penny stock plays. And I apologize because I'm getting backed up in chat a little bit. But these penny stocks are insane right now. And I've heard some conspiracy theories, like people saying that they think that there are people trying to pump it somehow, like artificially. A lot of these stocks are going up like 50% without any news. And the thing is, like, I talk with a lot of other YouTubers. We then cover the stocks because so many people are wondering about it. So then we bring more attention to it, I think, which some of them do really well, like BNGO. But some of them jump off. That's the thing with penny stocks. And maybe it's just in my head because I'm looking at so many different penny stocks each day. Maybe it's always been that way, but maybe I just haven't noticed as much because I wasn't in the penny stock game as much. But it's just kind of crazy. Like it makes me a little bit suspicious because it's weird that penny stocks will go up 70%. And we're not talking about like a 1 penny stock. We're talking about like a few dollars or something. It's weird they'll go up 50 cents to $1 without news, really. Any thoughts on MGNI? So I think there's like I think there was a short seller report. I apologize because there's so many stocks I'm following right now. Then it back. So I think it went up a lot today. I believe they came out with. Did I check CPSH? I did a little bit, yeah, but not a ton. Options plays. I don't trade options at all, so I would not. I think I might have disconnected there. Sorry if I did, but I don't do options plays. So in case you're wondering about that, I haven't done it. I have considered it recently, but I haven't yet. Any thoughts on ZOM? So I actually did a video covering it the other day. What's my cash position? So I thought about I might do a video on this. I meant to record a video actually for the weekend today. I'll have to remember that tomorrow. I have to record the video early because I hang out with my girlfriend during the weekend. So maybe I'll do that. I also need to do my video on what I bought this week. I like doing those videos, but yeah, so my cash position is pretty big right now, and it's not necessarily on purpose. And I've talked about this probably a couple of times, so I apologize if you guys have heard this, but I'll put my now my revenue on YouTube is growing a lot between all the different revenue streams. So it's hard because I'm going to have to, I'll probably be in the highest tax bracket, no doubt, this year. So I have to probably pay like 40 to 45% in taxes, and it's self-employed too. So I have to hold a lot of cash just for that. But my cash position right now is about half of my portfolio. And that's not because I have like $300 sitting in cash I'm just waiting to deploy or something. It's because I recently transitioned to YouTube. I need to buy a house either outright or I have to wait a year. I think I'll have enough cash to buy it just without a mortgage. And then like a year down the line, I'll be able to mortgage it. But with how mortgages work here in the US, they won't take like 6 months of business income, new business income, no matter how much you make. So I have a lot of cash that I'm probably just going to buy a house in cash with. So that's kind of my thing. And then I also have to pay a lot of taxes. Am I buying and selling stocks, or am I doing long term? So like 90% of what I own is long term, 10% are swing trades, then or 9% are swing trades, probably 1%, if that, are like day trades, less than that even. I throw a very small amount in swing trades, like on some of these penny stocks that are really high risk, but like the ones I feel higher conviction on, like BNGO is probably the one that I put the most amount of money in actually up front. And it turned out really well. So that worked out really well. But yeah, I've been doing both a little bit. CPSH. So like I said, looked at it a little bit, but not too much. Why do I look so familiar? I don't know. I actually had someone recognize me. That's funny you say it like that, because that's exactly how the person phrased it. Like, you look really familiar. Someone recognized me in person. I had a mask on like this. And I was getting food like half an hour away from my house with my girlfriend, and they asked if I was a YouTuber, and I said yes. And that was kind of an interesting experience, especially with a mask on. Let's see, Palantir, Sunday. 2K of CLWD. Gotcha. NNDM buy target. Man, I don't know. I get annoyed with NNDM because they announce news so late. It's like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., my time at least. I don't know where you guys are all at, but it's like this time or a couple hours later. And it's so annoying because like I'm getting ready to go to bed and I'm like, oh shoot, I should cover this. I just like last night I just heard about the NNDM news at like 12:30 or 1 or something. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I wish they would cover that a little bit earlier. What did ARK buy? So you can scroll back a little bit in the video. I covered the positions that they were buying today, not necessarily new positions, not anything like that. I apologize for anyone that saw that and was thinking that they bought like BNGO or something. But yeah, so I'm just scrolling back up. For some reason, it pulled me into the bottom. I feel like I have to cut through some of these because I'm getting so backed up. What businesses do I own? This is the main one. I own a couple other ones that are registered with the state, some that make decent money per hour, but I don't work on them much anymore. But YouTube's the main one because I do this full time. Zom's not worth its butt. Yeah, so but it's a penny stock. Yeah, so I made that video on Zom. I'm careful with these penny stocks because I don't want to come really negative against them unless I really feel negatively against them. But because I don't want to say something that causes someone to sell off, then have it go up like 200 or 300%, and then be like, oh, what the hell? Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I usually am better about catching that. But what the heck? It just like you just lost me $30,000 because I sold out or something. Like not too many people have done that, but that's something that I'm cautious about. How did I grow my YouTube channel? Covering a lot of news on stocks and trying to cover it as quickly as possible. Okay, I might just scroll back down because I'm too far up. What do I think about JT investing? Yeah, so JT Wealth, I talk with her and her husband all the time because they're in like our little YouTube group. They really picked that out well. And I think a lot of people, like a ton of people saw that video. And then I think they went and bought it just because of the fact that like it went up so much, so quickly. Do I think an NDM will go into ARC X? Possibly, if they're able to create some injections or 3D printing circuit boards that go into something that goes into outer space. Maybe they will anyways, because they could make a case that they're going to play a role in that in the future, possibly. Who knows? Have I looked into IDEX? Not recently. I looked into it a really long time ago, right when people started talking about it, but I haven't looked at it since then. TRXE, yeah, moved up a lot today. When do I think we can see ARCX live? I don't know, because I didn't follow them when they were introducing other ETFs. So I don't know how quickly from when they announce it, they actually have it go into effect. If you guys know that, if you guys have been watching ARK Invest for like several years, let me know. I'd be interested in hearing that, but I don't know how quickly that goes out. CLWD, any news? No, not that I could see. Someone's Gino thinks ARK will enter BNGO after FDA approval. Yeah, possibly. I think that's a major catalyst that they have going for them. The other thing that I think could be coming, the other thing that I thought I can't talk. The reason that I thought they might invest today is because they got delisted, or they got taken off the delisting for the NASDAQ. Gosh, I can't talk. It's because I did 4 videos and then this is my 3rd live stream today. I think that's it. Thoughts on AMD? I don't like AMD over the long term. I don't think theaters are going to do well, just to be honest. I could be wrong, though. It goes live 75 days from announcement. Nice. I hope it does, because I want to see what they're able to do. I want to see the volatility in the market. What was my hardest challenge when starting my YouTube channel? Probably just learning everything at first. I feel like every stage though has different challenges. Like right now I have different challenges than I had a month or two ago. Like the penny stock arena in general is making me a little bit nervous right now, because like I said, there are stocks that are moving up with no news, and maybe that's just normal. But also I think there are more YouTubers that are covering penny stocks that are giving them more attention. And that's great because they're doing really well. But I am still trying to like, I was going to say preach, but for some people that aren't religious or like just in general, I can't give advice or anything like that. But I try to state the fact that I'm investing a very small amount, and I realize I can lose it all every time that I invest in a penny stock. And that doesn't happen too often. Let's be honest. Like how often, well, none of the times recently have I invested in a penny stock and it goes down to zero. I mean, especially if you're swing trading, that's not likely to happen. But we've been making profit. I don't know if we've lost money on a penny stock like the last 5 or 10 that we've invested in, because I'm not trying to get greedy with it. So as soon as it's running up, I look for the top. If it starts to dip back down, I sell it. Like if it goes down a couple percent after that, I sell it. With the exception of BNGO. I don't know. It depends on my feelings about it too. Like, do they have solid fundamentals? Then I'll hold on to it longer. Do I feel like they have so many positive catalysts coming up that I don't want to sell? Then I'll hold it longer. But yeah, so that's kind of my thinking on that. Different issues right now. Like for a while, I responded to every single comment, and that's not really an issue or anything. It's just that it was taking me hours, because I'd make 2 or 3 videos, and it would take 2 or 3 hours to respond to comments, because I was just used to that. Right now, I'm responding to every comment in the Patreon, but we have like 3,600 people in there, so it's a crap ton of comments that I get. Like I said, I went through 100 of them. Like 100 comments just from today, like from this morning to the afternoon, I had 100 that I responded to. What do I think about ARCX investing in Tesla because of SpaceX? Possibly. I mean, Tesla's their baby, so I could see them doing that. Oh, AMD, not AMC. Okay, fair enough. Let me look that up. There's too many different ticker symbols. Oh, advanced micro devices. So I haven't looked into that one really too much. Oh, I did a while ago. What am I saying? Yeah, I did when they had their big when they had that like big influx versus their competitor back. I think that was in the summer, but I haven't looked into them in a while. Sorry, I was thinking AMC. Okay. Any ETFs? Yeah. So I hold two ARK ETFs, ARK G and ARK K, and then I hold index funds and then total market funds. A lot of those are from before this year, though. RKT, please. I've talked about that once or twice, but not very much recently. VGIC, Richard Branson's back. Yeah, I hold that one. Our short sellers gonna make a killing on GameStop? Maybe, but they got squeezed today. The shortstop went up like 57%, or maybe that was that yesterday? Something like that. I haven't looked too much into them though. I just heard about their huge day and stuff. Am I still bullish on Check? Possibly. I mean, all these companies have like game-changing technology, game-changing. But I mean, I'm cautious about all of them because they are penny stocks. They're highly risky. Before we go any further, if you guys don't mind just dropping a like, I appreciate that too. We're at 100 now, but I think we can raise it up a little bit. I like to do these, but also I want them to be seen afterwards. So the likes just help get this to more people, so I'm more likely to do it in the future. What do I think about an NDM? It's so hard because an NDM has been moving up so much, but they have, from what I can tell right now, they don't really have an end consumer. But I just don't really know how great their technology is because I don't have a gauge for that. Like, I'm not seeing their technology. I'm not an expert in it. But I don't know. It keeps on moving up, so it's hard to bet against it right now. Sorry, I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. Okay. Sorry, just reading all the comments that are flying on all different stocks. Let me know this, guys. If you had to, I'm going to ask you some questions now. So get your keyboards ready. If you could control what video I made and control what I researched, what would you want to see for the next video? Put it in the comments. So I did 2 BNGO videos. I've done a Baidu video. I did Neo, but not recently. PACB, Baidu, Genus. Oh, I haven't done Genus in a while. That's a blast from the past. A lot of the CPSHs. Okay. A lot of different stuff going on. Okay. Next question for you. I just like to get a feeling for it. FSRX, interesting. Okay, next question for you. Take me out so I don't feel bad or I don't feel good or anything like that. I don't want to get big head or feel bad. Who's your favorite financial YouTuber in the stock space? So like specific stocks. So I'm talking like anyone that's similar to me. Chris Sane, Denside, Chris Sane, Rex Finance, Stockmo, Chris Sane. You guys are still saying me, thanks. Dave Lee, Chris Sane, Denside. Yeah, Denside's just blowing up. What I found on YouTube, Jack Spencer, nice. What I found on YouTube is if you take a very bullish stance and you're right, your channel blows up. Like Chris Sane talks about buying stocks. He doesn't get really into the informational part of it, but he talks about what stocks to buy. He buys them. A lot of them have done well. Dead Inside, very informational, very different because it's a lot more information based, but a great YouTuber to watch. His channel blew up because he's done really well. Stock Mo's blew up because of all the EV companies. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. The Money Problem, nice. JT Wealth, nice. So I actually am in a group with a good number of these people. But yeah. Oh, not shots fired. I wasn't trying to shoot shots at anyone. I'm just saying people, like different investors and different YouTubers, all give different levels of information. Like some people don't get into the companies very much. A lot of them like don't go into what's happening. They're just like buy this stock, or this is why I'm buying the stock or something. Some are just giving updates. Nothing against any of these, but some are just giving updates. Some are giving like bullish theses. Some are giving contrarian theses or theses. I don't know. So yeah, it's all different. JT Wealth, yeah. So yeah, let me know. Oh, JJ Buckner, nice. JJ's like a original gangster in the YouTube space. So I feel like, and Uncle Larry, nice. I like him too. Do I sleep? Yes, I do. So let me know this next one. And I can tell you guys who's in the YouTube group here in a second. What of the big YouTubers, like the big investment guys or gals, do you like? Like I'm talking 500,000 plus. So Marco, Minority Mindset, Graham Stephan, Meet Kevin, Jeremy from Financial Education, Andre Jick, those guys. Which of those guys do you like the most? Who's your favorite? Mr. Beast. Yeah, he's a big one, just not in on this dumb money. Yeah, they're big, like their money is huge, but they don't have as many people here on YouTube. Belford. Okay. Graham Stephan, nice. Meet Kevin. A lot of different ones. Meet Kevin. You bought his course and made 100,000 in a month. Nice. Emmanuel Finance, nice. I like him too. Interesting. FouseyTube. Okay, interesting. Okay, next question. What? Okay. Next question. Who's your favorite YouTuber that's not in finance? And just in case you're wondering, I saw someone pointing to the fact that I'm not talking about what ARK is buying. I talked about it earlier. Even though this is a live stream, you can just go back. Like you can scroll back in the video to see what I talked about. Kathy Woods. Fraternity, trading fraternity, KSI, Kevin, SpongeBob, KSI, Matt Stoney. I like Matt Stoney too, Mr. Beast. So let me know, do you guys want to know about like other stuff besides finance that I'm interested in? Because like I'll run you through like if you guys care. I mean, I don't want to I don't want to annoy people, but I'll walk you through who's in our YouTube group. I'll just list off the people. And then I'll like, it's not private. I mean, it's a private group, but we haven't ever talked about not like talking about who's in the group. And then I'll run you through who I follow on YouTube that's not finance related if you want. Okay, so people that are in our YouTube group, let me pull it up. So it started off just as a few people because I wanted to talk with other YouTubers. I was early on, like around 1,000 subscribers. First, I talked to JJ Morrow. He's not in this group, but I talked to him originally and got the idea for this. We have Vincent Chan, Tyler Hill Investing, the Stock Pod, Rufio. He's JT Wealth's husband. Positive Investing, Matthew Hugh, JT Wealth, JJ Buckner, Jaconomics, Jason Pullen Investing, Jack Spencer, Henry Invests, Logan Fisher, Emmanuel Finance, Daniel Pronk, Trevor Hassel Investing, Richard Allen, On Borrowed Time, his name's John, JP Investing, George Perez, and Connor Invests. So a lot of people in there, a lot of bigger names. And JT is taken. Yeah, she is. She's married. Do we have a Discord server? We do have one, but that's just like I said for us, kind of. And let's not try to like bombard the chat too much. But do I think big tech will make a recovery? I think so. I think a lot of people are just moving money in other places because the market's so crazy. But like Facebook, obviously I can't get financial advice and all that, but I feel like Facebook is at a very attractive valuation right now. I mean, last time I checked, it was like 240 something, 245. I was considering buying more because I like it. So I talked about STPK yesterday. It fell down, but I told my YouTube group this, but I actually bought more of it. Make a gaming channel. If you guys can find it, I have a gaming channel. It's not under my financial friend. It's not even under my name, I don't think. But I don't know how you'd ever find it. But I did some gaming pre-finance stuff. Yeah, Dead Inside doesn't give a F. Yeah, he doesn't. Like, that's the thing. He really just cares about providing the best information. That's why I like him so much, because like he doesn't care about the YouTube algorithm. He doesn't care about anything. Like, I mean, I'm sure he does in his head, but like he'll have a video that's 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Like, if you don't know, you can put mid rolls in at 8 minutes if you have a video that's 8 minutes or longer. So like he could double his revenue, and he's getting a ton of views. He's getting like 90,000 views or something on some of his videos. So like he probably makes, if it's shorter than 8 minutes, he probably makes like $5 to $6 per thousand views, maybe a little bit more. But if he just lengthens it out by 15 seconds, like anything they could put in there, whether he's talking or just like an end screen, like click on this video or something like that, he could put in one more ad in the middle, and then he would make like another $400 to $500. So it's crazy. Like I like him a lot. Do I own crypto? Yeah, I do. I bought some Bitcoin and Ethereum when it crashed, or when it like corrected earlier this week or last week. I don't remember, but I bought some when it was like low 30s, some Bitcoin, and then I have some what do I have some stable coin too. All through BlockFi. If you guys want to check out, there's a link down below because they pay interest. That is just awesome. Agreed. Yeah, that's why I love, like, some people it up and like they're trying to play the game. Dead Inside just makes money from investing, and I don't know what else he does. But yeah, I think he's pretty well to do. I mean, he has like 500K in his portfolio, and he's grown it a lot. So that's the thing. But he doesn't care. He just wants to help people out. Have I ever heard of Charlie? Yeah, I have. Like, are you talking about Zip Trader? I know him. Yeah. What's my favorite genomic stock or genomic stock? Like, people give me a hard time. I don't know. I think maybe it's a Michigan thing, like Michigan here in the US, how I pronounce it. I don't know. People pronounce like bagel. I don't say bagel. I say bagel. People say they drive truck instead of drive a truck. It's kind of weird here. People say weird stuff, but I like BNGO. I also like the stock SENS, which I bought today. That one, it's always hard to invest in a stock that's up like 100, 200%, but BNGO was doing the same thing when we bought it, and now we're up 400%. Is this my dream job? Yes, I mean, I'd say so. I really like growing things, and I like seeing my efforts pay off, and that's something that happens very quickly on YouTube. So like you might have a couple down days or even a couple down weeks, but you can see like immediate results. So I can make a video whenever I want, and I can see that result right away, which is nice. Things are getting a little bit stressful just because of the market, and I don't know. There's a lot more people watching, which is fine. But I've also talked about some riskier investments recently, and I have a lot of people in my Discord now, so it takes a lot of time just to respond to everyone. So I really like it, but I might have to change something soon just because I have pretty much no time in the day. Of course, like I'm someone that works a lot though. Like, I just fill up my time with stuff. Like, I don't sit around or watch Netflix by myself or anything like that anymore. If I only had 2K to invest, what would I buy? So it's hard because, I mean, honestly, I just buy the portfolio I have now, just a lot less. But if I was going to pick like a few stocks, I mean, I think you'd want to pick like 4 or 5 stocks probably still, because you don't want to, like, you don't want it all in one stock. But also I don't know if it would be worth trying to invest in like 10 stocks because you're doing so much research at that point. I still say this, and that if you have $2,000 to invest, I think the most important thing is probably to figure out a way to make more money, or to reduce costs, because like right now you could spend 100 hours trying to invest throughout the year. Let's say that you get a great return and you get 100% return. That still made you $2,000. So that's something I would take into account. How much is your time worth? So I don't know. Your friend works at SENS. Oh, let me know. What do you think about SENS then? You've StockFacts said, I've made about 10 videos and can't believe how long they take altogether. Yeah, so at first it takes a long time. It gets a lot easier though. I'm helping my brother-in-law right now. He just started. He's made 2 videos so far. And he started this channel, and he's kind of going through the same thing. Like, it takes a long time just to set everything up. Like, I sat down with him for 4 or 5 hours just to set everything up, go through like a trial run, tell him what I do. It's a lot more complicated than people think. Honestly, it's pretty complicated at first, but now I can make videos in probably a third or fourth or fifth the time that I used to, especially when it's just something that you've already talked about and you're just hitting on the news. Why is no one talking about eHang? I got some for 19 and now it's 46. Interesting. So eHang is one that I talked about like a week or two ago. So I'm curious. I'm going to pull it up. I talked about it and I didn't buy it though, but now it's up huge. So I think I brought it up a few weeks ago, and even if it was like at the high over the last couple of weeks, it's up at least 70% since I talked about it, but I haven't really been keeping up on it. So interesting. What's my sell criteria? It changes on everything, because some stuff I just hold long term no matter what. Some stuff I'm selling off real quick. Javier, love your channel. Great work. What are my thoughts on CCIV? Are you still buying? You have 2,500 shares. Appreciate it, Javier. Thank you for the donation. So you're getting nervous. So the nice thing is you're still up a lot. So if you bought in at 12, I'm just pulling it up here. I bought in a little bit later than that. Yeah, I bought in at just under 13. I'm up 33%, so you're up more than that, obviously. With CCIV, they're talking about merging with Lucid. If you don't know it, Lucid Motors. The news that came out today was that they might not merge. I'm gonna wait to see. I'm still holding. I'm not buying more at this point, because honestly, after I buy and it goes up 33%, I have to reevaluate it. And at this point, like with that news, I'm not going to try to buy more with that risk. But I'm also not selling it because, and this is what I said to my Patreon today, when something like this happens, there's a little bit of a correction, but it just increases the risk and it increases the reward. So now, if it comes out that they aren't going to merge, like it's going to drop like crazy, I would assume. And then if they are going to merge, it's just going to send the stock out probably higher than it was even before. So I'm still holding. It's just riskier now. Have I thought about a portfolio challenge? Yeah, I have. My problem is, like, I've thought about it 2 different ways. First of all, I could do like something where I keep the same amount of money in it. And just try to raise it. Like, I put in $10,000. I try to raise it up to 100,000 or 50,000 or something. I know Richard Allen is doing that. I know Chris Sane kind of did that. I don't know if that was his goal at first, but I've thought about that. The thing is, though, if I keep the same amount of money in there, I don't inside options at all. So I think it would be very hard to get up to 10x my money, like in any kind of reasonable time. Like, unless I just put it all in some stock that doubled and then I did it again a couple times, but that's much harder to do than people would think, because I mean, otherwise everyone would start with 10 grand or 20 grand or something and then raise it up year after year. So I've thought about the other thing I could do is just throw more money at it. But the thing is, I am saving up for a house. So I don't think it would make a lot of sense to go try to throw 100 grand into investments as I'm saving up for a house. So that's kind of my thing. But I have considered it. Maybe that's something I'll do next year because I'll have the house by then. So maybe I'll just say, okay, I'm just going to start a new portfolio. Cody, you have great respect for YouTubers in the stock world, all eyes from people trying to make a quick buck. Yeah, so that's something that it kind of weighs on you after a while. Like everyone is reaching out about some other stock or something that they own, and they want you to take a look at it. So that's just something that comes with the territory. But my first loss for a stock, I think that's probably a question because I don't see anything after that. So a while ago I did, and at the time I didn't have one stock that was down. Right now, I think I sold one or two recovery plays that were down like 7 months ago or something like that. Like Delta was just taking too long to come back up. I bought it on the dip. Overall, I think the only stock that I'm actually down in right now is MGNI, and I'm down 3%. And then I guess NPA, I'm down like 2%. But I bought those in my WeBull portfolio, and those are two of my smallest positions in there because apparently I weighed the risk reward well, and I put a lot more money. Like I put more money in BNGO than I put in either of those two, and BNGO has done really well. And I put a lot more money in other stocks too, like CLSK, which has still gone up 91% in this portfolio for me, and then some other stocks too. So those are my two biggest ones so far. Move to Florida? Yeah, I would consider it. It's a lot nicer down there than it is here weather-wise. Why doesn't anyone talk about NMGRF? I haven't looked at it. It's to do with graphite. Interesting. Video on FRSX? Maybe. If I had to hold one stock, what would it be? This is interesting. Okay. This is something that we can do. Okay. So this we can post on my Instagram. If you guys want to go follow me on Instagram, please do. It's under My Financial Friend Official. But this is kind of I like it because it's a fun thing, I think, to do. So I saw this on Minority Mindset. It's something where you get $15 million to create a perfect investing plan. Okay, stay with me here. You have $5 million to invest in stocks, and there are 5 different stocks you can pick from. I want to hear your thoughts on which one. So I'll give you the different options here. So there are 5 different categories: estate, commodities, business, yourself, and you get to pick one of 5 in each of those. So first one, you get $5 million to invest in stocks. You have to pick either Amazon, Disney, Tesla, American Express, or Facebook. Tell me down below. You have $5 million to invest. Which one do you put in? Amazon, Disney, Tesla, American Express, or Facebook? Personally, I would throw it in Disney because I would consider Facebook too. Amazon, possibly. Tesla, a little bit too high risk for me if like where it is now and with $5 million. American Express, probably not a great growth. Disney, I still feel like is undervalued though. PSTH is their largest holding. Yeah, not a bad one. I mean, they have a lot of potential catalysts. Tesla. Let me ask you this: of those Tesla people, how many of you made a bunch of money in Tesla? Oh, people are saying Neo. You can't put Neo. I didn't say Neo is on there, but go for it. Go for it. We'll do a wild card. Okay. Yeah. I think Disney too, because they'll bring back the dividend, which will be nice. It'll be good. But I feel like they have that streaming that's growing pretty quickly. Okay. After stocks, you have $4 million. So you had $5 million in stocks. You have $4 million in real estate. You can invest in single family, multifamily, office buildings, strip plazas, or land. So single family, multifamily, office buildings, strip plazas, or land. Personally, someone made 1.2 million in Tesla. Yeah, I would assume a lot of people that made a lot of money would still go with Tesla then. But okay, which of those real estates would you buy? I personally, multifamily, because they say single family, they don't say single family home. So I mean, maybe there are a bunch of single families, maybe, but otherwise multifamily. Multifamily would buy a big property here in Michigan. I'm trying to think if it would be like 100 grand per unit, probably. It would probably be like a 32 plex or something. Duplex all day, yeah. So depending on what part of the country you're in, if you're in the U.S., you might get like a $2 or $3 million duplex in California versus like a $200,000 duplex here in Michigan. Okay, next one. You had stocks, you had real estate. Now you have commodities. You have $3 million to invest in commodities. You either have Bitcoin, gold, silver, oil, or water. I've heard cases made for all of these, but Bitcoin, gold, silver, oil, or water. I personally would buy Bitcoin. I don't feel that great about gold and silver going forward, but I could be wrong. But I would buy Bitcoin. I would also caveat, I'd put it in something like BlockFi. I would put it in BlockFi, but I would put it in something that earns me interest. Because I mean, you get 3% on Bitcoin after 3 Bitcoin, I believe, in BlockFi. But before that, you get 6%. You would get a lot of interest on that. So even just the 3% would be 90 grand. Definitely taking that. I could invest in all this stuff and then just live on the money from my Bitcoin interest. But at that point, I might want to invest in something that's like on cold storage or something. I don't know. Maybe part of both. Did I sell CLWD? I did. I got the swing trade on it. Yeah, water. Yeah, we'll be thirsty. Yep, we'll be trying to drink the liquid gold. It won't work for us. Okay. Let's see. Next one. Okay, so you had stocks, real estate, commodities, businesses. You have $2 million. Okay, and just for everyone wondering about CCIV, I already covered it. You can scroll back if you want. Some people are saying Ethereum. Nice. $2 million for a business. You can either start an online business, buy a McDonald's franchise, invest in startups, start a bank, or start a restaurant. So start an online business, McDonald's franchise, invest in startups, start a bank, start a restaurant. Personally, what I would do, I wouldn't invest in an online business, even though mine does very well. I don't need $2 million to do that. So why would I take $2 million? I mean, I could have like the nicest set ever. I mean, I could pretty much buy like a warehouse if I was doing like a dude perfect thing. I don't know. Franchises like McDonald's have done really well over the last year just because so many other restaurants haven't. They haven't been open, but I wouldn't want another business. I mean, heck, I've real estate at that point. I own a lot of shares in one company that I have to take a look at a lot. I don't want to invest in a franchise. That's a whole new business. Could start a bank, but I don't know what goes into that. I don't know how much money I need on hand. I don't want to start a restaurant in general. Why would I do that? I mean, I don't have a cooking bone in my body. So I would invest in startups, hopefully invest in stuff that would pay off in the long term. And then last thing, okay, you had 5 million in stocks, 4 million in real estate, 3 million in commodities, 2 million in businesses. And then for the 15th million, you could pay down debt. You could have a year-long vacation. You could have jewelry, dream car, or charity. So that's investing in yourself. So pay down debt, year-long vacation, jewelry, dream car, charity. Now, you guys can have a wild card. You can say something else besides this. Stock facts. Spoke to Richard Allen about YouTube group. Like that. Goal is to be there. Got a lot of work ahead. Love the 17 videos per day. I love, deserve all this success. Thank you. I appreciate that, Stock Facts. Appreciate the donation too. Yeah, keep up with us. Like, I don't know how big your channel is now. Feel free to drop it down below, like how many videos and how many subscribers you're at. But if you get big enough, or like if you just move and like continue on, we'll add you at some point. Get rid of debt, dream car, Tesla. Nice. So where I am, I don't know, like I don't have $1 million in debt. I mean, I have a good amount of student loans just because it's not worth me paying off because of the tax write-off, and I'll need the tax write-offs this year. And it's at a low interest rate. But you would have a very nice home in Michigan where I am if you had $1 million home. So, I mean, yeah, at that point you might just go for charity because you have so much money. But I would do a mashup. So this is kind of cheating, I think. But I'm the one making this game up. I would go for a slight vacation. I don't want to take a year long because I just got a multifamily. Maybe I'll probably hire someone out to do the work on that, honestly. But I wouldn't take a year-long vacation because I'm investing in startups. I have other stuff going, right? I don't want to take a year-long vacation. I might take a couple month-long vacation, but who's going to spend $1 million? Hopefully no one's spending $1 million on vacation, maybe, but man, that's expensive. So I would spend some money on a vacation. I would maybe pay down some of my debt. A lot of it would just stay in cash to stay liquid for other opportunities. And then, yeah, some charity too. Vacation to the Upper Peninsula, I can do that for like under $1,000, and I would live pretty well for under $1,000 probably. You live where everyone else vacations, Hawaii? Nice. Come to Greece, best place for holidays? Maybe. I've never been there. I've actually never been outside of the country. I've been around. We had a cottage growing up, so I didn't travel all that much because we went to our cottage a lot. $1,000 my vacation is cost. Yeah, I had a vacation to Traverse City. If you guys have ever heard about it, it's a major wine city here in Michigan. It's like right on Lake Michigan, and like I paid for the Airbnb and everything completely. I paid for a good amount of the food between my girlfriend and myself, and it still cost like $550. Of course, that was probably over like 2 or 3 days, but we went on tours and stuff. It was $550 for the whole thing for a couple nights. Gun to plug at 16 is a good time to exit. Depends on your risk reward. Yeah, very good wine up in Traverse City. SOS Bitcoin bank play. Golf around the world. Nice. I like it. I'm not a big golfer myself, but Michigan is terrible. Ohio is number one. Yeah, so I'm not a Michigan fan, if that's what you're talking about, or maybe it's just a state rivalry. Yeah. Okay, so I think, I covered a lot of the stocks that you guys are asking about now, but I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys jumping on. I did a lot of videos today, so I think I'm gonna take a shower and go to bed. But thank you guys for joining. I'm really curious to see what happens tomorrow because it's Friday. Every single day seems like it's a week right now in the market. Maybe it's just because of what's going on, like so much volatility. Actually, yeah, I'll stay on for one more minute if you guys want. One of my hobbies, basketball, stock investing, YouTube. I like gaming, like mobile gaming. I don't do console games just because I never wanted to pay for it. But I like Clash Royale. I like Balloons Tower Defense. I just remembered that one recently, and I downloaded it again. So I'm pretty good in Clash Royale. Like I'm pretty high up. I have a lot of trophies and stuff, but I haven't been playing as much of that one recently. Can I dunk? Time. I'm 6 feet tall. Like on a good jump, I can dunk pretty well. My dad says I should put up a video of me dunking like on the channel at the beginning. Like some stock made me so excited I did this and then like go dunk, but I think that's a little bit cheesy. But yeah, do you guys have anything else you want to ask? No, I feel like I like diverting away from stocks a little bit just because it can be so serious, and I'm getting so many different stocks thrown my way. Like even right now, I do have a personal Twitter, yes, but not anything for the channel. So yeah, let me know this. What is your favorite food down below? I like getting off the topics a little bit. Yeah, so tell me your favorite food down below. Also, I haven't even talked about it. I need a plug because this is my full-time job. First of all, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I appreciate it. Also, there is a link down below to WeBull. They have one more day left where they're giving away the 4 free stocks. At least that's what they tell me. Also, there's a link down there to BlockFi if you want interest on cryptocurrencies or on stable coins. Stablecoin isn't even changing. It doesn't fluctuate. It's just based on the US dollar. Also, there's one last link down there for Patreon if you want to know exactly what I buy and sell in real time. Okay, so Thai food is really good. I just started eating it like 2 or 3 years ago. Awesome. We have a really good Thai place by us. Chicken parm, nice. I'm not a big chicken parm guy myself. I like chicken a lot and I like pasta a lot, but just together, I don't know why. Bacon on bacon, I love it. What a play. More chicken parm. Wow, Sicilian pizza. Yeah, that one's good. Mangoes from Hawaii. Man, you must be someone that is a health nut, though. If that's your favorite food, I would assume that's really good. But yeah, I don't think too many people name a fruit, though, for their main food. Spaghetti, very spicy noodles, nice. Tacos. I'm not a huge Mexican food fan myself. I mean, I like it. Like burritos, I like a lot, but I'm not a huge like taco person. I don't just like sit here and wish that I had tacos. What kind of car do I drive? I drive a Camry, Toyota Camry. Chicago pizza. Yeah, I like Chicago pizza a lot too. We had what is it? Giordano's next to us here where I am in Michigan for a while. It went out of business recently, but it's Chicago pizza. Hot dogs, yeah. Hot dogs are good. I'm a big meat. I like meat a lot, like barbecue and stuff. We have I think the literal best barbecue place I've ever tasted, and I've never been to Kentucky or anything like that, but uh, or Kansas City or anything like that. But we have the best barbecue I've ever tasted where I went to college in Michigan State or at Michigan State. Michigan State's in East Lansing, but then next to it is Lansing. And in Lansing, there's a place called Meats Barbecue and Carnivore Cuisine. Best food I've ever had. I used to get their 18-layer burger. It was like $16 or $14 or something. And it had everything from brisket to fried eggs to jalapenos to like fries to burger patties to cheese, all that. And I would get it. I'd eat it for like 3 meals and just go through it. Also, they have the best brisket I've ever tasted. Appreciate it, CA. I made my first 1.3 million to be accurate. Thank you, brother Omar. Oh man, appreciate it. Thanks. I really appreciate the donation. But yeah, uh, yeah, that's crazy that you made 1.3 on Tesla. That's awesome. The thing is, you have to have such a high conviction rate because let's see, Tesla's at like 800 plus right now. I don't know what it is today, but let's say it's at 850. Pre pre split, multiply that by 5. That's 4250. I think it went down to 200 something, 230. During the pandemic, it went down to 300. So you'd have like a 13x. You would still need to invest a lot of money for that. Like I'd be sitting here and I'd be like, yeah, I got that return, but I'd have like a couple of tens of thousands maybe, as opposed to like 1.3 million. That's a lot of money just to throw in something, especially because it was so contested. And maybe you bought a couple of years ago when it was half that price, so maybe you put like 50 grand in it, but it's still insane. Yeah, $69.69. Well played. Yeah, tell us the buy price. What did you buy in at? And this is pre-split, remember, people. Plug power, please. Yeah, I haven't covered that one in a long time. Yeah, he could have. Yeah, good call. He could have used options, even riskier, but pays off well. Sam talked about it recently. 5G stocks. The only one I hold is uh, Qualcomm, which is 5G chip maker. Neo, good long term. That's my opinion on it. Go for the shower. Yeah, I need to. Okay, let the man sleep. Thank you. Okay, last one, bro. Yeah, I haven't looked in that one yet. Yes, I do hold, and I hold Skyworks Solutions. All right, I'm just seeing. Okay, I better go, guys. Guys and gals, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, Cannabis stocks. Dang, I shouldn't have said that. I think I might get demonetized for that, honestly. I've talked about IIPR before. I've done a video or two on that. I like that one. I bought in really early. I'm up a couple 100% on it. Do I like pho? Not too much, but I like Vietnamese food in general. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Be on the lookout. We're gonna do a half an hour live stream. Went up to over an hour, but I love it. We'll get out a video or two tomorrow. Be on the lookout for a couple of videos over the weekend. Let me know what you want to see over the weekend for my video. Maybe what I was considering was doing a video on Saturday about my cash position. Putting a little bit of clickbait, but not too much, saying that and don't not click it because I'm saying this, but like something about the the secret that I'm not telling or something like that, or I haven't told you about this secret or something like that. I don't know. I had something in my head before, but I can't think about it now. But I might do that just about my cash position and then kind of talk about the risk rewards and where the market's going and stuff like that. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And this time I actually will get off. Talk to you later. Bye.